It's Newark's first grassroots emergency overnight warming station for the homeless. I'm at Truth Community Outreach Center, here to talk to the minds who made sure it would come together. I'm Kawanzaa King, and this is Live Life on Purpose Today.
On January 7th, it was one of the coldest days for the year. It was around 7 degrees, and I was having a conversation with Pastor Tawana Thompson about the weather and the city of Newark having warming stations.
And we were concerned about the weather outside and the people who were outside in the cold.
She agreed to open up her church to become a warming station if we can find the resources.
The Lord has blessed us with a great facility here in Newark, New Jersey, over 14,000 square feet, and we figured if we were going to use it, we would use it for the community. And so the focus was, we had 5-degree weather, and so we got together and figured out how can we house homeless people right here in our community.
So I started the process of calling different agencies and asking them questions about if they can donate or if they knew where the warming stations were in the city of Newark. I also reached out to our elected officials, and what occurred is that I was not getting the information that was needed to establish a warming station or the resources. So the next step was to go to social media, and I posted a question to everyone on my social media site. Do you know where the warming stations are in the city of Newark, New Jersey? If so, let me know, because I have a church who's interested in becoming one.
I became involved with the overnight warming station based on a post that I saw on social media. I saw the post posted by Tina Lane, simply asking the question, where does Newark house the homeless in frigid weather overnight? I reached out to people in the city of Newark only to find that the warming stations provided by the city were only open from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Clearly, those are not the coldest hours of the day, and I got back to her to let her know my findings about the hours for the city's warming stations. And we agreed that we just needed to do something, that we didn't have a choice, really. So we just both set out to find people with like hearts and like minds that would consider working with us.
I got involved in Newark's first grassroots emergency overnight warming station. My director, Karen Johnson, she of L.I.F.E Outreach, she keeps track of all our social media postings and things like that. She keeps track. So she noticed a text from Tina Lane. Tina Lane, she actually stated, I was referred to you by Debbie Hall, stating that you guys at L.I.F.E Outreach, you'd have one-on-one experience dealing with shelters and the homeless. And she stated to me also about the warming stations and, that we had none. And, basically our part of what can we do to help her and help this first grassroots really get started. And, with our experience, she wanted to know, let's get together and just make it happen.
Well, I got involved, basically, we hooked up with Tina through Debbie. Debbie sent us an inbox letting us know, hey, listen, there's a group of individuals who want to set up a warming station, and we're like, wow, that's what we do. We go down to Penn Station and we feed the homeless, we give them clothes, do the best we can to feed them and take care of them in their climate that they're in. So when we got the inbox that a warming station could be actually set up where they could be warm, it was a go from there. It was no questions asked. It was like, let's just get it done. We have a motto at L.I.F.E Outreach: everybody can do something, but it just takes one person to do something, and we're just the one person. The group of us, each one of us came together and said we're going to do something.
It was very important for me to be a part of this initial grassroots warming station in Newark, first and foremost as a Christian. And I'm a social worker by profession, so my heart is to help people, always. And that's the same vision my pastor has. When she was told this by Miss Debbie Hall, and she asked me to come, and here I am.
On January 15, we opened our doors to Newark's first grassroots emergency overnight warming station. It was a great feeling. It was an overwhelming feeling because the process of doing this was quick. We put it together in approximately 7 days.
Well, I think the reason why it came together as quickly as it did, because here's a group of people who said, listen, it's enough of talking and let's do it.
and it was marvelous. It was remarkable. It was breathtaking. I'm not sure words can express or just give you an idea of how great it feels. It's not for people who just came together with one like mind as one body and didn't wait for no help. Only help that we had was one another, which was more than enough because the Lord was in the midst. And with him being in the midst, there was boundless volunteers.
You know, other believers, other followers of Christ who all, you know, rallied within a day or two of knowing about this to come together and make this happen. And I was just overwhelmed by the loving spirit. To just see the heart, you know, of man to want to help our fellow men, it was just amazing.
And it was phenomenal. We serviced 14 homeless people right out of Penn Station. When I tell you to see those individuals walk in this place, and they were so excited about having somewhere warm to stay for the night. We fed them. They had TV, they had games, they had clothing that they were able to have and to choose for themselves.
I understand that in the morning it was difficult to get them to leave. And I can imagine why. They were fed breakfast as well as the dinner the night before. And they just couldn't get over not only the environment, the clean, warm, safe, loving environment, but the people, the volunteers. The volunteers really made it different from any other experience that they'd ever had. This was not a job for anyone. No one got paid. This was a labor of love.
I mean, tears came to my eyes just to see that we were able to do this for this group of people. We had a good 30 volunteers that came together from different organizations throughout the city of Newark.
With the help of many volunteers, with the help of many people who were caring to dedicate their time, donations, resources, people came in to set up, people came in to drop off coats and food and different supplies that was needed. So it was a lot of emotion for me because I was actually looking at the process, looking at the beginning of something that we have started.